guys, how's it going? So, today's review is going to be on the C3 Bastet. Bastet? So, this was given to me by Simpson at AP, and he kind of just said, you know, hey Brandon, how's it going? Thank you for the reviews, and hey, look, while you're at it, take a look at this video. So he go ahead and gave it to me, and when I first saw it, my first impression was, okay, this thing just looked like another boring monometal, but after I decided to try it, it's actually pretty interesting. So, yeah, these are my thoughts on it. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is that this thing was not meant to be a competitive throw, okay? It's overly rounded, and it's actually pretty hard to catch in my opinion. That being said, I was completely wrong when I had my first impression about it, and this thing is actually the furthest thing from boring. This is a really fun yo-yo to play with. So, its design is a cross from the capless, which is a really old C3 signature yo-yo. I actually had to like look it up beforehand to kind of remind myself what it was. And the radius, which is Yoyoing's signature yo-yo. But generally this shape, I don't think is super competitive, and it's actually pretty hard to catch. So, not competitive, but it's super fun. So when you play with this thing, you have a hard time putting it down. Like, its shape is super comfortable to hold in your hand. It feels light, but it's also kind of stable. It has like just enough rim weight to kind of like pull off stability and spin time, so that's always a plus. And basically it just generally flows around with ease and stability. That makes it like a really fun yo-yo to do like a tech combo with. Yeah, it's got very similar specs to the radius. It's got a diameter of about 56.17 millimeters. Its width is pretty wide at 43.3. That being said, its trapeze width is really narrow in here, so that's kind of like your area where you have like a chance to catch it. I'm not really sure about that exact width. It's 66 grams, and it's basically like, it's kind of all in the middle. So if you guys are looking for like a fun, retro, kind of old school playing yo-yo, this thing is sweet for that. But if you guys are looking at this and being like, oh, okay, this is like a $45 radius, you guys are gonna be pretty disappointed. The weight distribution is just fundamentally different. The organic shape makes it like hard to catch, and like the overall feel of the yo-yo just doesn't really lend itself to like those extreme fast point haul tricks that, you know, Yoyoing loves to do. That being said, overall, I really like the Bastet. Everyone who I let try at AP really enjoyed it as well. It was like a super fun yo-yo that like doesn't really like look too interesting, but when you play with it, you have a hard time putting it down. Alright, so those are my thoughts on the Bastet. Really cool yo-yo, really interesting, really fun yo-yo. If I was to describe this yo-yo with one word, it'd be fun. And yeah, I think they're about 45 bucks. So it's a nice pocket kind of throw if you're into something fun, old school and retro. Pick one up, it's cool. So yeah, that's it for me. Any comments, questions, and criticisms, post them down below, and I will see you guys next time.